Ever find yourself replaying conversations, imagining scenarios, or constantly wondering what that one person is up to? Maybe it's an ex, a crush, or even someone you barely know, yet they keep making uninvited appearances in your mind, like a song stuck on repeat. No matter how much you try to move on, they're just there. But what if I told you this isn't just some random quirk of your brain? What if the reason they won't leave your thoughts is actually a clue? Not about them, but about you. Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds in psychology, believed that our persistent thoughts aren't accidents. Instead, they're messages from the subconscious, trying to reveal something we've been ignoring. So, is this love, an obsession, or is there something deeper at play? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into Jung's fascinating theories on the shadow self, projection, the anima and animus, and the mysterious force of synchronicity. By the end, you might not only see that person in a new light, but you might realize they were never the point at all. Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." He saw the human psyche as a vast, intricate landscape, full of hidden rooms and locked doors that most people never bother to explore. Instead, we stay on the surface, consumed by daily life, while our unconscious quietly works beneath the surface. When someone keeps appearing in your thoughts, Jung believed it's not just a coincidence, it's a wake-up call. Picture your mind like an iceberg. The tip is everything you're aware of, your daily thoughts, emotions, and memories. But below the surface, in the vast unknown, is your unconscious, the place where your deepest fears, unresolved emotions, and suppressed desires reside. So when someone takes up space in your mind, it's often because they've triggered something buried in that deeper realm. Maybe they remind you of an old experience, embody a quality you secretly long for, or stir up an insecurity you've been avoiding. These aren't random thoughts, they're signals. But what are they trying to tell you? Let's talk about your shadow, not the one that follows you in the sunlight, but the one that hides in your mind. Jung described the shadow as the parts of yourself you've rejected, traits you suppress, ignore, or pretend don't exist because they don't fit with the version of yourself you want to be. Here's where it gets interesting. The people who occupy your thoughts might actually be reflections of your shadow self. Maybe you admire someone's confidence because deep down you struggle with insecurity. Or maybe you're annoyed by someone's arrogance because on some level you see that same trait in yourself, but don't want to admit it. Jung believed that the people who trigger strong emotions in us, positive or negative, are often mirrors of our own psyche. Instead of asking, "Why can't I stop thinking about them?" try asking, "What part of myself do they represent?" Once you recognize that, you stop obsessing and start learning. Because as Jung said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Jung also explored something called the anima and animus, the feminine and masculine aspects of our unconscious mind. The anima is the inner feminine in men, and the animus is the inner masculine in women. But it's not about gender, it's about balance. Everyone has both energies within them. So what does this have to do with thinking about someone? When you feel an intense connection or fixation, it's often because they align with your anima or animus, your inner ideal partner or missing qualities. Maybe you admire their emotional depth because it reflects something you're craving in your own life. Or maybe they trigger qualities in you that you haven't fully embraced. But here's the catch. The anima and animus can create illusions. You might project an idealized version of them onto the person, seeing what you want to see rather than who they truly are. Recognizing this shifts the question from, "Why am I obsessed with them?" to, "What part of me are they awakening?" Here's where things get even wilder. What if most of what you feel about them has nothing to do with them at all? Jung's theory of projection suggests that much of what we admire, love, or hate about others is actually a reflection of our own mind. Think of your thoughts like a movie theater. You take your emotions, fears, and desires and project them onto someone else, making them the star of the show. For example, if you idolize someone's ambition, it might be because you secretly wish you had more of it. If you resent someone for their arrogance, it might be because, deep down, you fear being perceived the same way. The next time you catch yourself obsessing over someone, Stop and ask, am I seeing them clearly, or am I seeing a reflection of myself? By reclaiming those projections, you stop giving others so much control over your emotions and start understanding yourself on a deeper level. Ever think about someone only for them to text you moments later or suddenly see reminders of them everywhere? Songs, places, random encounters. It feels like the universe is nudging you, but is it just a coincidence? Jung called this synchronicity, when two unrelated events seem meaningfully connected, not by cause, but by significance. When this happens, Jung believed it's a call to pay attention. Maybe your subconscious is so fixated on them that it's shaping your reality. Or maybe, just maybe, there's something deeper at work. The real question isn't, why does this keep happening? It's, what is this moment trying to show me? Now that you know why someone keeps appearing in your mind, what can you do about it? Here are 3 steps to decode what your subconscious is trying to tell you. Step 1. Reflect. Ask yourself, what emotions come up when I think about this person? Admiration, jealousy, longing. Whatever it is, it's a clue. Step 2. Analyze. Dig deeper. Do they embody something you want? Are they triggering an insecurity? Look beyond them and into yourself. Step 3. Act. Instead of fixating on them, use these insights to grow. Maybe it's time to develop confidence, embrace your creativity, or heal old wounds. This isn't about changing them, it's about transforming yourself. Our thoughts are messages, not mistakes. When someone takes up space in your mind, don't ignore it, explore it. They might be revealing something about yourself that you've been avoiding. Because in the end, it's not about them, it's about you. Jung believed that the people who linger in our thoughts are often the keys to our own growth. So take a deep breath, dive in, and uncover what your mind has been trying to tell you all along.